Are you there?
Hello. And all this kind of stuff.
My message is unimportant.
Yo. So we're here with Chris Smith and Joel Decatur from Ghost in the Machine. Hi, guys.
Hey, everybody.
They're playing at GNU, and we're just doing an interview with them to find out what it's all about. Give us some information about yourself, maybe how you started and where you're at right now.
We started a couple of years ago. Chris had a huge grip of material that he had accumulated, and a lot of it was, programming and just, interesting, musical compositions. And he started bringing in, local and, international musicians to kind of help flesh out the songs and, bring them to life a little bit more. And that's how we kind of got involved.
What can you guys tell me about what you mean by Ghost in the Machine Collective? What does that mean?
It's there's like a bunch of different branches off the main rock group. So for example, the first two EPs that we put out were electronic based with rock elements, and we worked with Michael Kirkpatrick from the Holler. We worked with a musician in Brooklyn who's in a jazz group called Out to Lunch, who did some really interesting stuff with Bansuri flute and programming and things like that. And then most of the artwork, or all the artwork for those first two EPs were done totally outside of our immediate group by people who were inspired by the music. We had an artist in Portland, Oregon who did some work, and a fan in Italy that did some work for us as well. So it just kind of opens the door up to whoever wants to be involved can be involved and be creative. On the rock record, Elena Rolfe worked with us on a couple of songs, and Nick Duarte from Post Paradise was our original guitar player, and he kind of really helped turn the electronic mess that I'd created into rock music, and he's since moved on, but we continue to work with him and Brad Poto from the Holler on an acoustic Ghost in the Machine project, which is running side by side with the rock band.
Where do you guys see yourself going over the next year?
Yeah, we don't really think that far ahead, I'm realizing, as you asked me that question. We're in the middle of cutting a new 4-song EP with Andy Kromerick and Brian Zeiger from our ex-members of Peace Officer, playing guitar and bass. And Joel and I are working on a couple other sort of top-secret projects.
Right on. Well, how old would you be if you didn't know how old you were?
13.
Yeah, where were you at?
Right now?
No, where were you when you were 13?
Oh, physically?
Uh-huh.
I lived in New Hampshire.
You were in New Hampshire. Where were you, Joel?
I was also in New Hampshire.
Is that how you know each other?
Strangely, no. We actually met here. I was looking for a producer for my first solo album, and I came across this guy, and we sat down for a coffee to see if it would work out, and we discovered we grew up in the same town.
Not only that, but we've lived in all the same cities at separate times. We both lived in Boston, Richmond, Virginia, Keene, New Hampshire, and now Fort Collins.
Do you guys push the elevator button more than once?
Fuck yeah.
Only when required.
Do you think that it makes the elevator go faster?
Yeah, that's a good question.
No, but it chews up some of the time while I'm waiting.
Do you push it more than once when other people are in there, or do you, give it a rest?
I guess it depends on who's in there. It's always fun to put on a show when you're in an elevator.
Do you remember the time 5 years ago when you were really upset, and does it really matter now?
Well, we smoke a lot, so I'm not sure that. Do you remember 5 years ago?
Sure.
Yeah?
I could still be mad about something if you want me to be.
Where were you guys 5 years ago?
I don't think my lawyer would advise me to speak about it.
Is it better to eat healthily all the time, or should we allow ourselves to indulge once in a while?
I love chips.
You love chips? Yeah. does this apply to drug use and even illegal drug use?
Well, I mean, I don't have a good answer for that.
What's more important to a relationship, common values or other commonalities like tastes in music or interests, etc.?
Difference in opinion on values can will slowly degrade a relationship, as you run into different situations and approach them differently, Or commonalities like, maybe Joel likes to play with his old G.I. Joes or something, and maybe I like to play with the Cobra Commander. That will phase itself out where values are consistent,
What's your girlfriend's favorite band?
I kind of lucked out. My lady is into heavy music. For whatever reason, it calmed her. I'm still baffled by that. System of a Down is calm to her, where most people it would cause some anxiety and road rage, perhaps, if listened to for an extended period of time, like a whole album.
What's your girlfriend's favorite band, Joel?
Overall, probably Dave Matthews Band.
Dave Matthews Band. That's a totally different answer.
This goes back to your question a couple minutes ago. It sounds to me like Joel puts values above common interests.
well, there you have it. All right, let's see. I'll ask you one last question, and then we'll let you go. You never wasted another minute of your life, and what would that look like?
Mountain biking, walking, playing music, and traveling. That's it.
Joel?
All the
That's tough. Yeah, definitely playing music, traveling, just creating things in general. Like, I just want to create stuff. Whatever makes me smile, just do it immediately until I die.
Right on. Well, thanks, guys. It's Ghost in the Machine, Chris and Joel, and this is the news, and we're out.